AD. The reason we put this one here is many things they are mentioned, written rapidly. Their beliefs are almost similar to Zoroastrian religion. I don't want to go into detail, but it is, in fact, it is said that there was a three sects: Essenes, Pharisees, and Sadducees. And some people thought Pharisees means Parsis or Persians, which is not true. But some people even mention that because they have so much similarity in their belief of Zoroastrian religion. Okay? I don't want to go about the whole thing, but here is something I want to talk about. That Essenes also believed in the freedom of choice, which is unheard of. It was only Yahweh who did everything for you. There was no thinking about you as a freedom. Another thing, only Yahweh selected who will be the person who learned the religion. Whereas in this case, this Essenes, religion can be learned by anybody. Same principle as our Zoroastrian influence. Then one thing I always like, that particular attention in the middle, I'm on 47th slide, was given to cleanliness and general sanitation. Essene took a daily bath in cold water and, like Zoroastrian, wore clean white attire. It's interesting. I just thought that when I was growing up, if you did not take a bath before you did anything, including taking your tea, you are in big trouble. Okay, so let us just skip that and come to now what are the beliefs in three religions similar to ours. Okay, so 5 centuries contact of Jewish people with Persians. They learn about eschatology, angelology, and demonology. I can't even pronounce it, all those logies. Then renewed hope for future in terms of victory of good over evil. Advent of Messiah, it came into this religion. Even though Christ was called Messiah, they still believe in Messiah, just like us. And then in Islam, believe it or not, they expanded the details of bridge of judgment, Chinvat bridge, into what they call as-Sidrat, Zoroastrian Chinvat bridge. It is in Islam. When you die, you have to pass through this. Punishment of hell and rewards, resurrection and return of soul to the soul. In Quran, as we say, Rashta keys, when all the dead shall rise. Now, other Islamic view, 5 times praying daily. Where did you think they'd come? They used to pray 3 times before, 5 times. Emphasis of wisdom, rejection of images, then emphasis on helping the poor. They do sometimes much better job also for taking their own poor people, whereas Zoroastrians are philanthropic for everybody. The Iranian Shiite still believes there will be the last Imam, Mahdi, which is our Soshant, who will come and resurrect the whole world. Okay. So, in many prayers that we start, we say, Baname Yazade, Baksha Yazade, Baksha Yazgar Mehba. In the name of Yazdan, the benevolent, merciful, and just. In Quran, every chapter except the 9th chapter begins with Bismillah Ir-Rahman Ir-Rahim, in the name of the merciful and compassionate God. It's very similar to what is in Zoroastrian religion. The Islamic symbol of the crescent and the star is actually Venus. And a conjunction like that is one of the rare finds. It doesn't occur quite often. But the funny thing is, every one of the Sasanian kings, they wore this huge pagri, turban. And what do you think on the top was? the crescent of the moon and a star. And you can see in the middle in one of the relief of that. Okay. All right. So now we talk about some Hinduism and how we coexisted. According to this old history, we were together somewhere in the White Russia or somewhere. And there were awful lot of schism between two groups. One believing in one God and one believing in many gods. And that's where they separated. Zoroastrianism was one of the person who propounded about one God. When this happened, we don't know. But the Aryans, both called themselves Aryans. They called the place where they come from Aryana in our religion, and Aryavarta in Hindus. They separated. We went to Iran, they went to India. Our two languages, Avesta and Sanskrit, are sister languages, as we mentioned before. And actually I was told, I read it, that the word Hindu is actually a Western word. It does not occur in Sanskrit language till much, much later. Okay, Sapta Sindhu, as they call it, were one of the countries that Darius and Cyrus and all used to rule, and the Sasanian people ruled also. We talked about tremendous influence between our people and also the Hindu people in the Kamanian part in Sasanian, because they ruled over northwest part of Iran, India, venerating all the natural elements and so on, the honoring of the fire, the use of the cows or bulls' urine that our religion started was also Hindu religion. In fact, our Kasti, they have a Janoi, similar but from a different part of it. So anyway, these are some of the commonalities of this. The names are also very similar. And the four divisions of the professional society is exactly the same. Atornan, Matesta, Vastrayos, and Hutosh, priests, administrative warriors, tillers and artisans in our religion. And in their religion, they are Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. Unfortunately, Shudra in the later on became the workers of menial workers, and then became, if you want to call it, untouchables or Harijans by Mahatma Gandhi. Okay. So, and then there are some familiarity, like according to our religion, there are four ways to approach that element. Yasnaija, Vamaija, Shnautraija, Prasastieja. You must have prayed this over and over again in many places. Worship, adoration, propitiation, knowledge. In Hindu religion also, there are four paths. They call Jnana, knowledge, Bhakti, devotion, Karma, action, Yoga, Raja, spiritual practices. Very similar. Okay, so now we come to the place, know thy Zoroastrian roots. Let me just say about the Tagore, who said very quickly, the first profound record of the change of direction in man's religion we find in the message of great prophet of Persia, Zarathustra. Think about what he's saying. First time there is a change in the direction of man's religion. In a later period, the same thing happened. Oh, there was a revolution, he said. And in later period, the same thing happened in Hinduism, and it's called Mahabharata. The good versus the evil fighting. Lord Krishna helping the Pandavas, the good people. He appears to Arjuna as the real God, and Bhagavad Gita was what he said. Okay. So, I'm saying that, well, we will not worry about it. Let's see how Zarathustra is regarded in some European Renaissance. You are very familiar, we have it in one of our previous class. Raphael masterpiece, School of Athens. 21 sages of humanity, and Zarathustra is one of them. Zarathustra is right there holding left side a celestial sphere, because he was thought about the best and the first astrologer and astronomer by all these people. And Ptolemy is holding the earthly thing. And so this is something that you all may have seen. It is amazing that a painter, master painter Raphael, thought so much about our own Zarathustra. The thing that you may never know about it, which just happened to be, I was in Neuschwanstein Castle in South Bavaria, way back in 1990. And I remember that somewhere there I saw Zarathustra's painting. So I never had this. I wrote to the people and they were nice enough to do it. Neuschwanstein Castle is in all over in many films, and Walt Disney was so impressed by it that his Sleeping Beauty castle was done by them. Come on, guys, stop it! Okay. So there is a very beautiful painting, and the painting is called Ancient Lawgivers. Ancient Lawgivers, and Zarathustra is one of them. Emperor Augustus is one of them. Have you ever seen something like this?
Bronze library has said.
Hello, who is this? Everybody hear me? Jesus. Stupid bosses. Okay, so there is Augustus and there is Zarathustra. Okay, so now we are coming to the roots. Have you ever thought about what are your roots? Let me tell you, when I was a little boy, I had to learn names of 35 father to son to son to son, all the way to Khojasta and Kosmasta. And if you look at it, that is the root of that. There are 9 families who are responsible for Iransha. I am one of them, that's 2 family. This is the tree of that, and way out there are my 7 brothers here. And yours truly is shown there. My name is right there. Believe it or not. So, this is my roots. And then I'm proud of that. So now some questions to you all in the end. Do you know the names of your grandfather? You know, I go to Jashan ceremony, ask them for the names of the passed away people, and maybe 50%, 70% know grandfather's name. Maternal grandfather, you have to call mother in Bombay. They have done it when I was there. You guys don't even know who is your grandfather or great-grandfather, what he did and all. We are so much into ourselves. Look outside. They are the ones, and because of them you are here. It's not you just came by some mistake. So learn about your own background. And you know, there is a website by Yazdi Tantra, Zoroastrianism.net, who, by the way, is so nice to put all our videos of our previous Tele classes on his website. The website got 1 million hits so soon, it is unbelievable. So he has a website where he will help you to create your family tree. And will help you to do that. So I'm just saying, know thy roots. And in Fezana, they started the same thing. They started this very interesting thing, Return to Roots. And last year they had the first group of 20 or so young Zoroastrians from North America who were subsidized to go to India for almost 20 days. They even were there at World Zoroastrian Congress, then they visited all the places in Bombay, Udwara, Surat, Navsari, to give them an idea about their roots. Maybe you should think about sponsoring one person like this in the next roots that they may have it again. Okay, so besides Humata Uttavasta, what do you know about our religion? About parents? What do you know when somebody talks to you? I hate to say this, but I'm going to tell you. Anyway, yesterday we had a Christian ceremony and we had a Zoroastrian ceremony. I'm not trying to put down anybody, but I'm just letting you know something. The Christian ceremony was performed by, supposed to be a reverend, but actually he's a justice of peace or something. Nicely done and so on. Well, you have to be here, you have to be here and all that. We don't do that. Anyway, he came to me after the ceremony when I was putting on my shoes, asked me, what religion is this, like Hinduism, Muslim? He looked at him and said, you mean you don't know what religion we are and you are